got lots of things to do and lots of places to go, and you're busy, busy, busy. But then you decide that you feel something calling you, calling your soul, and you follow the call, and you walk away from the city. You walk away from all the bustle and the hustle of city life, and you walk out into the open spaces, and you're still feeling called, and you're walking into the open spaces, and you come to a place where there's a big gate opening to a large enclosure. And you walk through the gate and you find yourself in a huge courtyard. And then close to the front of this courtyard is a big table. And it says, "Leave all your baggage here. Leave all the places where you act out of your small animalistic self, and leave those packages here. Your anger, your possessiveness, your fear, your hoarding, your jealousy, your aggressiveness. Any time where you feel that you act as if you were a little growling, silly puppy, leave it all on the table. And somehow you're able to stand in front of this table and offload all these lower primitive emotions. And you feel so much lighter. And the call continues to engage you. And so you walk past this table of offloading until you come to an area where there's an opportunity to wash your feet and wash your hands. And as you washing your feet and washing your hands, you're feeling that your hands are getting cleansed and your feet are getting refreshed, and somehow you're cleansed of all the dust of the hustle and the bustle of outside. And you feel cleansed and refreshed, and you see that in front of you there's another structure. It's almost like a tent of sorts, which has a big curtain in the front of it, and you walk into this curtain and you're in a small space, much smaller than the big courtyard, but it's quite a large space nevertheless. And you start to smell a most exquisite smell. You immediately feel your third eye opening. You feel your breath wants to be deeper. The smell is very arousing and cleansing. It makes you feel very alert and your heart very open. And then you see that there's a table laden with breads. And somehow you're reminded of all the abundance in your life, and you feel a great sense of gratitude. And then in front of you, you see a burning candelabra with its lights really illuminating. And standing in front of this, you feel inspired by all the meaningful things that you've learned. And in that moment, you feel your soul kind of looking like the flames of what you see in front of you. There's 7 burning flames, and they're all dancing and kind of speak to you of your soul and helps you feel even more clear and enlightened with beautiful thoughts of inspiration and connection. And after a little while, you realize that in front of you, there's another curtain. And you feel that you are cleansed and clear and grateful and open-hearted enough, plugged in and inspired enough that you can open that next curtain. And you open the curtain and you enter into a much smaller room. And you go inside this room. And you feel an incredible sense of harmony and peacefulness. And you find there's a comfortable place for you to sit, and you find yourself relaxing in this space. And it's what they call a high frequency zone. You feel your body calibrate into its most relaxed and open frequency. And you feel your heart opening even more than it had opened before. And you feel a deep resonance and a oneness with all that is, with the creation, with the creator, with the depth of your own soul. You feel such a resonance with all that is that it's hard for you to even distinguish where you end and where the creator and the creation begin. You feel completely one and unified with all of creation and with the creator. And you're sitting in this space feeling this amazing resonance and oneness and shlemus, completeness and oneness with all that is. And you sit here for a significant amount of time, being with the oneness, feeling expanded, exhilarated, cleansed, empowered, joyful, complete, resolved, resolute, an incredible sense of unity with your own yechida, with the echad of the Yud-K, Vav-K. You sit here for a long period of time, just imbibing this incredible energy, being with the beingness, completely merged with the oneness. It's a very blissful feeling, very special feeling. And you feel like you could stay here for all of time. But you understand that in order to be that representation of the oneness that you're experiencing in this holy chamber, you need to go back into the bustle and the hustle and bring this connection with you and illuminate it and extend this experience into every other place that you go, to take this feeling of connection and recreate it outside, not just of this chamber or the expanded chamber that you were in previously, and not just the whole courtyard, but the marketplace from which you came. And so slowly you start to withdraw yourself from this incredible feeling of bliss and oneness, but you know you need to go, to start walking backwards past the curtain, where you enter into the place with the beautiful smell of incense, just amazing, arousing and clarifying, cleansing smell. You see the light of the candelabra, and you know that that light is reflecting all the lights within you. You see the breads on the table, and you know that those are all symbols of all the bounty that you experience in your own life, and it reinforces all the gratitude that you're already feeling. You continue to walk backwards past the place where you washed your hands and your feet, the kior, and you walk back to this outside Mizbeach. You realize now that it's a copper structure. And you spend a few minutes integrating this experience, but you know that you need to leave. So finally, you're making your way towards the gate, outside gate. And you know that you've been so transformed and empowered and illuminated by your experience that you will quite literally not be the same again. And you leave the courtyard determined to bring this light with you and share it wherever you go, creating tiny representations of that experience in your home, in your relationships, in your connections, in all of your experiences. And you walk back into the hustle and bustle, back to your yoga class, back to where you're lying on your mat, or in your homes, or in your beds, or wherever you happen to be. Feeling yourself in your place, in your space, feeling your grounding, reconnecting to your body, bringing small movements and then bigger movements back into your body, giving yourself a stretch, rolling over onto one side, integrating your experience, preparing yourself to slowly come back into a seated position.